This might be the end for poor old Italy. Long live Italia. Now, we've tried Ages of Conflict before, but what will happen when we have 50 simulated AI nations battle it out in modern-day Europe? And this is our map of all 50 nations that are already pre-spawned on the board. But let's just get going and jump right into it. Things will start to move extremely quickly, though, here at the beginning, just as each nation fights for its initial control and to expand the furthest. And a lot of these nations out here towards Russia are going to have a huge advantage just because they can claim a lot more territory. They don't necessarily have to jump straight into a war to establish themselves here on the map. But I'm not seeing too many wars yet. Well, Belarus was destroyed by Ukraine. I think that's the first death of the game. So kind of interesting. Looks like, yeah, Ukraine's got pretty traditional borders. Russia and Kazakhstan still fighting for the last little bit of territory, though. And a couple of other battles still going on. I'm not seeing anyone else, though, that has died yet. I think Belarus is still the only one. A lot of these nations are really condensed on one another and don't have a ton of room for growth. Now, big war showdown right here between Russia and Kazakhstan, our two previously largest nations going at it. Oh, three, let's pause it for a second. So we got three nations that just were defeated. So Hungary defeated by Romania, Iran defeated by Armenia, and Poland destroyed by Ukraine. So Ukraine's now taken out two civilizations in this map. A lot of alliances as well. Haven't really noted the alliances yet, but a lot of different things going on there. Syria now being destroyed by Turkey. So Turkey's got at least one nation under their belt. And who just was destroyed here? Austria. Okay, Austria and, oh, Finland destroyed by Estonia. And we just also saw Sweden as well. So everybody is out in the Northern Europe except for Norway, and then it looks like Estonia and Denmark kind of came in. Now, this is an interesting alliance, Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan, both the stands teaming up with each other that got on the map. Croatia now being destroyed by Bosnia and Herzegovina. So, oh, and they were in turn just destroyed. Oh, and a big nation, France also just being destroyed. Okay, lots of stuff going on here. France being destroyed by Luxembourg. Portugal was destroyed by Spain, so Spain looks like they'll get the entire Iberian Peninsula. And Bulgaria also being destroyed by Romania. Let's take a look and just see size-wise who's biggest. So Russia is absolutely massive at this point, which was definitely an early prediction that they would get this big. They're sitting at well over a third in size of Kazakhstan, which is the next closest nation. So a lot of nations will probably have to team up against Russia if they stand a chance to kind of push them back early in this game. Switzerland being destroyed by Slovenia now. The Swiss had to take up arms in this game. They did not have the option to remain neutral. Georgia died by Armenia, and what else is going on? Now, I didn't notice London was already destroyed by Ireland. So Ireland is now becoming the modern, I guess, United Nations of those islands. Estonia also being destroyed by Latvia. Estonia previously taking out, who was that was there? That was Finland. They destroyed Finland. Ukraine as well continues to grow, and they're taking advantage of every death of their neighbors that occurs. How many nations have they destroyed? They have fought 7 wars, annexed 3 nations, Belarus, Poland, and Moldova. They're doing pretty well, and Iraq as well appears that they've taken out, oh, I guess they've just taken out Armenia. Just as I was saying before, Ukraine taking out Latvia, so that was another expansion for them. But Russia just pushing in further and further to Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan not nearly the height of where they were. They're currently at 308 territory compared to an all-time of 38-35, which is kind of crazy that they have fallen that much. Let's take a look again, though. We can kind of see the max of all time. This really hasn't changed too much. The Ukraine That might be where they're currently at though right now. They're at, yeah, 3,114. So yeah, that's matching where they're currently at. Georgia and Finland previously being pretty large though, they are no longer in this game. But currently, max size, yeah, Russia just still continues to be a powerhouse in this game. These four African nations that did make it into the game, none of them are pulling away. They're all holding on to their own territory, it looks like, and just really, really small at this point in time. Probably won't make it too much further in the game just because they won't be able to match someone like Spain if Spain were to choose to come down into Morocco. And alliance broken, Russia and Ukraine. Apparently there was an alliance between the two, which is quite interesting, but no longer to be. And Russia did take out Kazakhstan, and now they are at war with Ukraine. Let's take a look again at our top nations. Oh, we just saw, I didn't even notice, Ukraine was destroyed by Russia. That is not good. If you are another nation in this game, that is not good at all because Ukraine looked like they could have put up a decent fight. Yeah, really what we've got left is Iraq is coming in at number 2, Spain at number 3, the only European nation in the top 3, Spain, with Norway and Kosovo both following after. And Albania being destroyed by Kosovo. And wars continue to happen in this region as they just try to hold on. Montenegro did destroy Kosovo though, so Montenegro will stand a little bit longer. And I've never really seen Italy do anything this game. They're still alive, but they're just barely holding on, it looks like, to a tail end of the Italian boot. Spain and Slovenia are now at war, and Germany and Slovenia are now at war, so Slovenia will probably die right here, and these three nations that are all attacking will be able to take advantage of that. And now we're only down to a handful of nations. Belgium just being destroyed now by Ireland. Ireland's done a pretty good job for themselves of kind of maintaining the modern day United Kingdom in Ireland. So we'll see how far they kind of last. But there really are only a handful of nations. Probably we've got what, about 10 nations left, perhaps? Maybe there's 11 or 12. The Netherlands pushing against Germany. They might be able to take Germany out right here. We'll have to see. Oh, they barely did not. I believe for a country to be able to take out the opposing country, they have to be surrounding almost all 9 tiles around their capital. So that's why you didn't see the Netherlands take out Germany right there, but I could be wrong on that. Africa is now down to only 2 nations, Morocco and Algeria both being destroyed, and Germany being destroyed by the Netherlands. So the Netherlands did declare war on them again and did take them out, but the Netherlands themselves don't look too great. Spain is just trying to work and get as much as they can to push further and further in. Now kind of controlling all of the Iberian Peninsula, modern day France, and slowly pushing forward. Now, I haven't really highlighted Iraq too much. They kind of, well, they did. They managed to do a really good job of taking over the Middle East and kind of pushing themselves into former Soviet territory with a couple of your stands in Georgia. And they are pushing into Russia, and they're actually doing quite a good job of it too. Algeria being destroyed though by Tunisia, but Spain is coming down. It looks like the two of them are currently at war. I guess everyone didn't like that because the entire eastern front of Europe is pushing against Spain, and they're pushing them back really fast. Greece now, though, being destroyed by Iraq. So that's good for Iraq. They're actually, I think, a decent threat now. Let's take a look at the size. They're definitely still smaller than Russia, but they're a lot closer to the Russian capital. So you could see, in theory, if Iraq can push in, but Russia just declared war on them, and they're pushing them down a little bit. Slovenia, though, being destroyed by Italy. Now, I was just talking a minute ago about how small and insignificant Italy was, but they've got a little bit of a comeback going. That's really good for them if they stand any chance of being in this game much longer. And this war continues to be a mess. A lot of troops, a lot of pushing in. That is really interesting. Yeah, Iraq is... Ooh, they're not going to be able to hold it. I thought maybe they would be able to continue the push, but doesn't appear that they will be able to do so. The Netherlands were just destroyed. Ireland came in and they managed to destroy them. This might be the end for poor old Italy. Long live Italia. Alright, Russia currently at war with almost every nation remaining in the game. I don't know what is happening here, but there really is a pushback. I think all of these nations finally did come together, and there is that was a huge setback for Russia. Somehow, against all odds, Italy is still in the game. I cannot explain that one. And Italy did just die, so Italy will no longer stand the test of time, but they did take a solid 5th place. Russia making landfall in the British Isles, and they managed to do it. So Ireland taking 4th place now in this game. Oh, and a very quick defeat, Tunisia being destroyed by Iraq. So Tunisia taking 3rd. I did not expect Iraq to get that kill, but they managed to do so. And Russia making their way down to the Iraqi capital, and this will be the end. Russia topping the list with Iraq in 2nd, Tunisia, Ireland, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Slovenia, Greece, and Algeria rounding out the top 10.